Okay, Snow Walker here, doing a review on the Kuiu Storm Star two-person tent. I got a couple videos that I'm going to put in here of me up in the mountains in this tent. I didn't want to do a review until I spent a few nights in it, so I spent a total of 6 nights in the tent. One was just kind of car camping, just kind of set the tent up and spent the night with some family at a lake, did some fishing. But the other 5 were up in the mountains and wilderness areas, and was a long ways away from civilization. And it rained on us twice, and I had the tent set up. At one time we came over a pass at 12,000 feet and set up about 1,000 feet below that pass. So we were above 11 something, I don't know, 11,200 or something. We kind of were set up on the edge of a cliff in some trees. It was right at tree line. Just those brushy trees, I mean, the trees couldn't have been 8-10 feet tall. So we were right at, tree line for that area. Maybe just a little bit below it. So yeah, right around 11,200 feet for this mountain range anyways. That's tree line. And there were a lot of microbursts that night. Wind coming from all different directions, coming through the pass and different things. It was pretty western. And the next day, hiking out of there, the wind about knocked us down several times. Those gusts would hit us. I mean, so I don't know how fast they were, but it gave me an opportunity to see how well the tent would do in wind. So I got some wind, I got some rain. Didn't get any real torrential downpours, but so enough of me talking about that. This is where the tent comes packed. This is the Major Brown version, which is, I guess it is brown. It's almost black actually, which I like. It's really dark brown. It absorbs the heat. I noticed that one morning when the sun hit it. I got in the tent and got warmed up. It was nice. It was like a little oven because it was just the radiant heat. Hit that dark color really brought in some heat. The sun did. The sun hitting it brought in some heat. Let's see the pros and cons of this tent. Like I say, if you watch this video long enough, you'll see me in the tent and you get to see it. But just quickly, the pros and cons. First, the cons actually. The tent has a pretty steep price tag. You go on Kuiu's line, you'll see how much it costs. It's pretty expensive. But that being said, it's cheaper than Hillberg's. But a lot of people say the Hillberg's are a better tent. Although I don't know. I don't own a Hillberg. I've seen them, and I think they're strange. You're sleeping in a tube, but I don't see how they would cut wind. But maybe they do. I don't know. I've heard that they really take in a lot of they condensate up really bad. This tent did not condensate up. That was a pro. And it was in rain twice, and it was just slightly damp on the inside. That's, like I said, that's one of the pro. Let's see, another con. Let's see, I can't really think of any other cons other than price. I wish it was a little bigger. There, that's one. It's really a one-person tent. It's a roomy one-person tent. You can fit 2 people in here, but boy, it's going to be snug. And I know that's the way some of these two-person tents are. They're trying to make them light and all that. But so here's a bunch of pros. I like the white inner tent. The actual tent that you're in is white. So you turn a flashlight in the dark, at night, bam, the whole thing lights up. Matter of fact, the glowing, there's a ram's head in the top, and that thing glows. And if it's a full moon, I think I had about a 3/4 moon when he's up there, you can actually see inside the tent. I mean, that white really does help. I like that. Let's see. I like the fact that it's very robust. The tent is solid. Boy, when everything's, it's got 16 stakes. And there's additional ones. If you want to buy additional stakes, there's additional tie downs, I guess. There are some. And there's 6 main ones for the 10. Then you got 10 of the little smaller stakes for the guidelines. And when this thing's all set up like that, it is solid. It really is. Pretty nice. Which was nice when it was windy. This tent gives me peace of mind. I really bought it because I'm going to be going on a bighorn sheep hunt here shortly. I thought I'd probably draw it this year, but I didn't. So I'm pretty sure I'll draw it next year. I'll have enough points here in Wyoming to draw a sheep, and I'll be hunting right around there, right around 11,000, 12,000 feet. So, and we'll be doing it when it could snow out several feet overnight. So I wanted a tent that could take a snow load and take the wind and the abuse, and really, like I say, give you peace of mind that everything's going to be okay. I've been in the mountains with pretty some severe weather, big thunderstorms and different things, and lots of just crazy wind and so forth. And man, if you got a crappy tent, you're just biting your nails the whole time, hoping you don't get drenched, get soggy. So it gave me peace of mind. It really did. And I'll know more about it this hunting season when I use it. So enough of me talking. I guess that's the pros and cons. And just watch the video and hopefully you have some questions answered. Okay, this is a video of my Kuiu Storm Star. This is the major brown one. Second night I've slept in it. I'm doing a video. And high in the Wind Rivers right now. Gonna be in this for 5 days. Luckily it started raining, we pulled over and got everything set up. Sets up pretty good. Not much room on these vestibules for your gear, you can see that. The gear is kind of almost tucked under a little bit over here in the tub to keep it out of the rain, my pack. And not a whole lot of room on the vestibules. Just my food bag for 5 days. But it's a good one-person tent. I wouldn't put 2 people in here. 2 people would be pretty squished. I mean, you could do it. It'd be squished though. Has the vents. Everything has these vents. Yeah, pretty nice. So 2 other tents. There's a little post. Oh yeah, that's right. Set up there. Keep these open for ventilation.
Hey John, you destroyed your only
Well,
rain gear.
I'm 6'4". 6'4". My feet touch. My feet touch that end. My head is pretty much touching this end. So I almost need to sleep in it crooked. 2 people will be squished my size. Oh well. First part, the tub's good. I like all this. I like the fact that it's white, so it's bright at night, and it's not a mesh. This is not mesh. It's if it is a mesh, it's awful fine. It'll help hold the heat in, I think. And it's also, my understanding is that this is waterproof as well as, of course, that out there, the outer shell. So that's about it for now. On other reviews, people said that they were having a hard time, and Brett mentioned this briefly, but people said they're having a hard time. The little ball end of these poles were getting stuck in the bottom. All you gotta do is grab it like this, pull it out. That's the part they're getting stuck right there. All you gotta do is do what I just did. People are like, oh, I gotta glue these things. No, you don't. That's stupid. Don't glue them. Just use your brain. Grab them like this. It's like an envelope. You can open it up, like an envelope. Just grab it, compress it a little bit, right there, pull them out. There it is. It's not inside, see? Not that difficult. I don't know why people on these Some other reviews are like, oh, I'm having a hard time getting these out, whatever. So folding it up, getting ready to take off. Gonna head up over these mountains up here. Texas Pass. Should be a good one. I guess on some of the comments, people had a hard time with these. You grab here and you grab here. You push, then you open it. It does take two hands, although I could probably do it with one, but. And if you have a hard time, you can just keep them clasped and slide the post through it. They're not a problem. For me anyways, I don't know why anybody else would have a hard time with them. I already undid that one, undid that one. Here's one that's not undone yet. They're just that easy. Not a big problem. They work good. The Kuiu Storm Star 2P tent. 2-person tent. So this is a quick little review. There's not many reviews about Kuiu tents, I've noticed. I don't know why, but there just aren't. This is a good one. This is the Storm Star, which is a 4-season tent. I won't go too much into the materials or anything like that. I'm just gonna show you around and get inside and show you what I think about it. I'm here in the Wind Rivers in Wyoming. Pretty amazing. Amazing peaks there. I'm on the west side of the Circa Towers. I'm gonna cross over today, but so the white stripes are X-Pack, they call it, that you see on this tent, and it's same material they make sails out of on ships, so it doesn't shrink, doesn't expand. This color of the tent is a new color they come out with just this year, 2019 springtime. I just got this tent, and I wanted to use it, you know, put it into use to see what it's really like before I do a review on it. And the color is called Major Brown. I don't know if I said that or not, but on some reviews, people were having problems with these poles. They have a little round ball, kind of like that has the string tied through them. And when they go to take these out, when they're tearing down the tent, I guess the ball might jam down in there or something. I haven't any problems with it. I don't know what they're talking about. I guess my daughter, when she first pulled one out, it stayed in there, but all you gotta do is you open these like an envelope. Just grab it like this, and then you pull it out, and there's no problem. People are talking about gluing them and things. Stupid. Don't need to do that. Just do what I just said. Works great. There's never a problem. One thing I will say, the tent pegs, they're nice and light. But if you're like me, an old guy, you got to get up, go to the bathroom 2 times a night, take a leak. I got out, cut my foot on one of those just last night. So be careful of those. But that's not their fault. It's my fault. Stumbling around, old guy in the middle of the dark, middle of the night in the dark. You wrap those around, you know, the guidelines. You wrap them around the framework so that it's holding it, not to the tent, which is nice. Okay, this is a 2-person tent, like I was saying, but I'm here to tell you it's more of a 1-person tent. It's a big 1-person tent. There's your vestibule. I got the ground cloth, and it attaches to the ends there. Vestibules are decent size. Okay, show you the inside. Okay. So the inside has the glow in the dark ram, which is pretty neat actually. I like it.
trying to back this off a little bit to show you the size of this. That's my sleeping bag. That's how much room I got on each side. Okay. I mean, 2 people could fit in here, but it'd be cramped. As I suppose most 2-person tents are that way, I'm gonna say. Boots off. Already let in a bunch of mosquitoes, yep. Oh well. Okay, did that with one hand. So, first thing you're gonna notice about this tent that I like, that really was a selling point for me, is this material right here on the inside. This is not a screen. You know, like most tents. So I'll back it off here. The whole inside is not a screen. And if you go to the Kuiu site, they'll tell you that this is waterproof. So it's a waterproof tent basically with a fly, with a rain fly over it. Okay, as you can see, the rain fly has the ripstop. Actually, I think it's a double ripstop, and this also is a ripstop. You can see the little X's, the little strings in it. I mean, really good. Stitching's really good on the whole tent. Definitely no complaints. Lots of storage pouches. Every corner. There's 2 of them in every corner. And this netting here is a no-seam netting. So it's really a fine netting. I guess up in Alaska they got those no-seams. They'll come and get you, bite you. So I got a pretty good sized pack there. It'll fit it, but it's a little squished. It was raining out last night, so I made sure everything was in. Second night I was in it, and of course rains every night here. It rains every day for little brief showers and things, but no torrential downpours yet. That's good. You see a reinforcement there in the corners. So, in case you were wondering what they look like on the inside, this is a pretty neat feature here. Okay, so you open this up, and then you get to the outer fly, then you unzip that. Probably new at this still. Okay, unzip that. Okay, so you can see outside. Well, there's a little post, Velcro post. You can Velcro. Everything's still a little damp, and you Velcro that, and what you do is gives you pretty good ventilation. So if I rub it, you know, if I rub the inside, just spent the night in here and it rained and everything, and it's not wet. Slightly damp is what I would say. Slightly damp. And I didn't have those open. Last night I just had I had these open like this. I left that open, is all I did, for a little bit of ventilation. And the reason you do that is according to the warning here, very bottom. Maintain adequate ventilation inside your tent at all times. Never completely seal all openings. Okay? So, and then there's all the other ones about carbon monoxide. Don't have a flame in here. Warnings. But that's it. That's my review pretty much. It just gives you a chance to see the inside of one. I'm 6'4". I touch both ends. So, and that's how wide, that's the thin end. There's a thin end on these. It's meant to have 2 people sleeping the same direction. And that's the wider end. So like I say, you could do it, but it'd be pretty tight quarters. Okay? Yeah. So the whole idea of having 2 people on the same end is that most times when you're camping, you'll end up being on a hill of some sort, and this way nobody gets the downside. You know, all the blood rushing to your head. Of course, it's marked everywhere, each side Kuiu Storm Star. So good tent, really, really durable, pretty darn expensive, but not as expensive as the Hillebergs. So Snow Walker, signing off. May you enjoy the outdoors.